Welcome to our channel. Today, we're talking about The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason.
It's not your typical finance book, is it?
No, not really.
I mean, it's a collection of parables.
Right. Set in ancient Babylon?
Which was a surprisingly advanced civilization.
It was.
What I think is fascinating is how Clason uses these stories to make financial wisdom so engaging.
Yeah, and relatable too, right?
Totally. It's like he's, like you're listening to a wise old friend
Oh, I see.
sharing secrets to success.
Yeah.
Except this friend lived in a time of chariots and clay tablets.
Okay, so we're time traveling for financial advice.
Basically.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Now, the source material mentioned 7 cures for a lean purse and 5 laws of gold.
Oh, yeah.
Where do we even begin?
Well, the book really emphasizes that building wealth is a journey,
Okay.
not a destination.
I see.
It's about understanding these fundamental principles that have stood the test of time.
So it's not about those get-rich-quick schemes we see all over the place.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Clason was really big on building a solid foundation for lasting prosperity.
Right.
You know, he focuses on things like saving consistently,
Yeah.
budgeting wisely,
Yeah.
and investing prudently.
Okay, those ideas sound pretty familiar,
Yeah,
even thousands of years later.
for sure.
One story that really struck me was the one about the egg merchant.
Ah, yes, the egg merchant.
The end.
He explained that the secret to his full basket was simple.
Okay.
He said, each day I put in one more egg than I take out.
It's a brilliant metaphor for saving, isn't it?
It is.
Even small amounts saved consistently can really add up.
Oh, absolutely.
The book actually calls this paying yourself first,
Yeah.
setting aside at least 10% of your earnings before anything else.
Clason understood that money attracts money
Really?
when you prioritize saving, even in small increments.
Yeah.
It creates this psychological shift.
Oh, okay.
You begin to see yourself as someone who's capable of building wealth.
You know, this reminds me of the Affirmified Journey YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah,
If you're looking for motivational content to complement this financial wisdom,
for sure.
they have some great stuff.
Now, once you've started saving,
Okay.
the next step is to control your expenditures.
Right.
The book actually uses a rather unique analogy for this.
Okay.
The budget of a pack-ass preparing for a desert journey.
Wait, a pack ass.
Yeah.
And budgeting.
It might sound funny,
It does.
but think about it.
Okay.
A pack-ass can't carry everything.
Right.
It prioritizes essentials for survival.
Okay.
Similarly, when you create a budget,
Right.
you're essentially deciding what's truly important
Okay.
and allocating your resources accordingly.
So it's about distinguishing between needs and wants,
Exactly.
making conscious choices about where our money goes.
That's it. The book emphasizes that budgeting isn't about deprivation.
Okay.
It's about empowerment.
I see.
It's about taking control of your finances,
Uh-huh.
making them work for you.
So we've got saving,
Yeah.
budgeting.
Uh-huh.
What's next in this ancient financial wisdom?
Well, once you've mastered saving and budgeting,
Okay.
the book encourages you to make your gold multiply.
Okay.
In other words,
Yeah.
to invest.
All right, so this is where things get a little more complex.
Yeah.
What kind of investments did they even have back in ancient Babylon?
Well, they didn't have stock markets
I wouldn't think so.
or mutual funds as we know them today,
Right.
but the principles of investing remain surprisingly relevant.
Interesting.
Clason cautioned against risky ventures
Oh.
and emphasized the importance of seeking advice from those who are wise and experienced in handling money.
So it's about being strategic,
Yes.
not falling for those get-rich-quick schemes
Uh-huh.
that promise unrealistic returns.
Exactly. Clason understood that building wealth takes time,
Yeah.
patience,
Uh-huh.
and careful planning.
I see.
He advocated for investments that are safe,
Okay.
reliable,
Huh.
and have the potential to grow steadily over time.
It's like building a strong and stable financial house,
It is.
brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
You know, speaking of which,
Yeah.
the book uses a powerful analogy to talk about protecting your wealth.
Uh-huh.
The walls of Babylon.
Ah, yes. Just as those walls protected the city from invaders,
Right.
we need to protect our finances from threats as well.
What kind of threats?
Well, back then it might have been bandits.
Trying to steal their gold.
Exactly. Today it could be scams,
Oh, yeah.
fraud,
Okay.
or even just bad financial decisions.
Right.
Clason stresses the importance of safeguarding our hard-earned money
Uh-huh.
from loss.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
We've built this financial house.
Yeah,
Now we need to secure it.
for sure.
One way to do that is through insurance, right?
Absolutely. Clason even envisioned a system similar to modern-day life insurance,
Wow.
a way to protect your family's future even if you're not there.
That's incredible.
It is.
He was really thinking ahead.
He was.
It seems like this book is more than just about money.
Mm-hmm.
It's about taking responsibility for your future and the well-being of your loved ones.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Clason understood that true wealth encompasses more than just financial abundance.
Right.
It's about living a life of purpose,
Okay.
security, and fulfillment.
So it's about building a life that is both prosperous and meaningful.
Exactly. And that brings us to the sixth cure for a lean purse,
Okay.
ensuring a future income.
Now, this seems especially relevant today with so much talk about retirement planning and Social Security.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What does the book say about ensuring a steady income stream later in life? Clason was ahead of his time in recognizing the importance of planning for a time when you might not be able to work.
Right.
He encouraged readers to invest wisely and make provisions for their families in case of their absence.
It's like building a financial bridge
Yes,
that carries you smoothly into the future, even when the river of active income slows down.
precisely. It's about taking proactive steps to secure your financial future. Yeah.
And create a sense of peace of mind.
It sounds like The Richest Man in Babylon is full of timeless wisdom
It is.
that is just as relevant today as it was centuries ago.
Indeed. And that brings us to the seventh cure,
Okay.
increasing thy ability to earn.
Now, this is where things get really interesting.
They do.
We're moving beyond just managing money
Yes.
and into the realm of personal growth and development.
Exactly. Clason believed that one of the best ways to increase your wealth
Okay.
is to increase your earning potential.
So it's not just about saving and investing wisely.
Right.
It's also about investing in ourselves.
Precisely. The book emphasizes the importance of learning new skills, honing our talents,
Right.
and continuously seeking improvement.
That's like upgrading our financial software,
It is.
equipping ourselves with the knowledge and tools to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of personal finance.
And it's not just about financial gain.
Oh, okay.
It's about personal fulfillment.
I see.
Clason believed that when we invest in our personal growth, we not only increase our earning potential,
Yeah.
but we also enhance our self-worth
Right.
and create a sense of purpose in our lives.
It's like a virtuous cycle.
It is.
Personal growth leads to financial growth,
Uh-huh.
which in turn fuels further personal growth.
Exactly. And this cycle of growth and development is at the heart of The Richest Man in Babylon.
Okay.
It's a book that encourages us to become the best versions of ourselves,
Right.
both financially and personally.
It's about creating a life that is not only prosperous,
Yes.
but also meaningful and fulfilling.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the 5 laws of gold,
Okay.
which serve as a roadmap for navigating the journey to financial freedom.
These laws sound like they hold the key to unlocking the secrets of ancient Babylonian wealth.
They do.
I'm eager to hear more about them.
Well, the first law is, of course, pay yourself first.
Right.
We've already touched upon this principle,
We have.
but it's so fundamental that it bears repeating.
It's like the cornerstone of a solid financial foundation. Exactly. And the second law is to seek wise counsel.
Okay.
This is about recognizing that we don't have to navigate the financial landscape alone.
Right.
There are experts out there who can offer guidance and support, helping us make informed decisions.
It's like having a financial mentor
Is.
who has already walked the path and can share their wisdom and experience.
Precisely. And the third law is to make thy gold multiply.
Yeah.
This is about finding opportunities where our money can work for us,
Right.
generating income and growing our wealth over time.
It's like planting seeds of wealth
Yes.
that blossom and bear fruit,
Yeah.
providing us with a continuous harvest of financial abundance.
And the fourth law is to guard thy treasures from loss.
Okay.
This is about protecting our hard-earned money from scams,
Right.
risky ventures,
Uh-huh.
and even our own impulsive spending habits.
It's like building those mighty walls of Babylon,
Exactly.
protecting our financial city from invaders and ensuring the prosperity of our citizens.
And the fifth and final law is to avoid unfamiliar ventures.
Okay.
This is about being cautious
Uh-huh.
and avoiding investments that we don't fully understand
Right.
or that seem too good to be true.
It's about being strategic and focusing on investments that align with our knowledge and experience.
Exactly. It's about building a solid foundation of financial literacy and making informed decisions that support our long-term goals.
These 5 laws, when applied together,
Yeah,
create a powerful synergy
We do.
that can propel us towards financial freedom.
indeed. They provide a framework for building wealth,
Right.
protecting it, and ensuring that it continues to grow and serve us throughout our lives.
It's like having a financial compass that guides us towards our desired destination.
It
A life
is.
of abundance,
Yes.
security, and fulfillment.
And it's a reminder that the journey to financial freedom is within reach for anyone
Oh, wow.
willing to embrace these timeless principles and put them into practice.
It's about making a conscious choice to take control of our finances,
Yes.
build a solid foundation, and create a future that reflects our deepest values and aspirations.
And as we conclude part 1 of our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon,
Okay.
I'm struck by the incredible power of storytelling as a vehicle for transmitting wisdom.
Yes, Clayson's parables are so engaging and relatable.
Aren't they?
Yeah, they make learning about personal finance feel less like a chore and more like an adventure.
It's like we've traveled back in time to ancient Babylon,
Right.
learning from wise merchants, gold lenders,
Yeah.
and even camel traders.
And the lessons we've learned on this journey are timeless and universal,
They are.
applicable to anyone seeking to create a life of financial abundance.
It's a reminder that the principles for building wealth are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago.
And that the power to create a prosperous future lies within each of us.
It does.
We'll be back for part 2, where we'll delve deeper into the practical applications of these principles.
Sounds good. Welcome back to our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon.
It's like we found a treasure map to financial freedom.
We have.
And now it's time to set sail and discover the riches that await.
I love that analogy.
But before we embark on this journey,
yeah,
maybe we should recap those key takeaways from the book.
absolutely. The book emphasizes 7 cures for a lean purse. Starting thy purse to fattening,
Okay.
controlling thy expenditures, making thy gold multiply,
Right.
guarding thy treasures from loss,
Okay.
making of thy dwelling a profitable investment,
Got it.
ensuring a future income,
Okay.
and increasing thy ability to earn.
Wow, that's quite a list.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
These cures offer a comprehensive approach to building wealth,
Right.
protecting it,
Right,
and
yeah.
ensuring its growth.
And of course, we can't forget those 5 laws of gold.
Oh, for sure.
Pay yourself first.
Yes.
Seek wise counsel.
Uh-huh.
Make thy gold multiply.
Right.
Guard thy treasures from loss. And avoid unfamiliar ventures.
Exactly. These laws serve as guiding principles for making sound financial decisions
Yeah.
and creating a solid foundation for prosperity.
And woven throughout these principles
Yeah.
is this overarching theme of personal responsibility.
Oh, absolutely.
Taking control of our finances,
Uh-huh.
making conscious choices,
Right.
and building a life that reflects our values and aspirations.
Clason is basically saying the power to create a prosperous future lies within each of us.
I like that.
It's not about luck or
Right.
circumstance.
Yeah.
It's about making a conscious choice to embrace these principles and put them into practice.
So that's where the real magic happens.
It is.
When we take action and start implementing these timeless truths in our own lives.
Exactly. Let's talk about some practical steps we can take to bring these principles to life.
Right. So the first law of gold is to pay ourselves first.
Yes.
How can we make this a consistent habit when there are so many demands on our money?
One effective strategy is to automate our savings.
Automate our savings.
Yep. You can set up automatic transfers from your checking account
Okay.
to your savings or investment accounts,
I see.
ensuring that a portion of your earnings is saved before you even have a chance to spend it.
That's a great idea.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like having a financial autopilot
Right.
that keeps us on course towards our financial goals.
I like that. And the source material actually mentioned that even small amounts saved consistently
Yeah,
can add up significantly over time.
absolutely. It's the principle of compound interest at work.
Okay.
Our savings generate earnings, and then those earnings generate more earnings,
Wow.
creating a snowball effect that can lead to significant wealth accumulation over time.
It really is like watching a tiny seed grow into a mighty oak tree.
It is.
Now, the second law of gold is to seek wise counsel.
Yes.
Where can we find trustworthy guidance on our financial journey in today's world,
Yeah.
which is saturated with so much information?
And misinformation.
Right.
There are many resources available. Okay.
From financial advisors
Mhm.
to reputable books
Right.
and online courses,
Yeah.
the key is to seek out individuals or sources
Okay.
that have a proven track record of success
I see.
and align with our values and goals.
It's like finding a financial Sherpa
Exactly.
who can guide us through the mountains of personal finance,
Yes.
helping us navigate the treacherous paths and reach the summit of financial freedom.
I love it.
And the third law of gold is to make thy gold multiply.
Ah.
That sounds great in theory,
Yeah.
but how can we find investments that are both safe and profitable in today's complex financial markets?
You're right. It's not always easy.
No.
Diversification is key.
Diversification.
Yep. Spreading our investments across a variety of asset classes,
Okay.
such as stocks,
Right.
bonds,
Uh-huh.
real estate,
Yeah.
and precious metals can help mitigate risk and enhance returns.
It's like having a financial garden
Is.
with a variety of plants, each contributing to the overall health and abundance of our portfolio. I like that a lot.
That makes a lot of sense. But even with a diversified portfolio,
Uh-huh.
we still need to be cautious.
We do.
The fourth law of gold reminds us to guard our treasures from loss.
It does.
How can we protect our hard-earned money from scams and risky ventures, especially with so many new and complex financial products out there?
Due diligence is essential.
Due diligence.
Yes, thoroughly researching any investment opportunity,
Okay.
understanding the risks involved,
Ah,
and seeking advice from trusted experts can help us avoid costly mistakes.
I see.
Remember, if something sounds too good to be true,
Right.
it probably is.
It's like having a financial security system in place,
It is.
with multiple layers of protection to safeguard our wealth from potential threats.
That's a great analogy.
Now, the fifth law of gold,
Yeah.
make of thy dwelling a profitable investment, feels a little tricky.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Owning a home is a big commitment,
Right.
and real estate markets can be unpredictable.
Yeah. How does this principle apply in today's world?
Well, Clason's point wasn't necessarily that everyone should rush out and buy a house.
Okay.
It's more about the concept of owning something tangible
I see.
that has the potential to appreciate in value.
Right.
It could be real estate,
Yeah.
or it could be something else entirely.
Right.
The key is to understand the market,
Mm.
do your research,
Right.
and make informed decisions.
So it's not just about owning a home.
No.
It's about the idea of owning assets that can build long-term wealth and security.
Exactly. And while Clason didn't explicitly mention insurance in the book,
Okay.
I think he'd agree that in today's world, insurance is an essential part of guarding your treasures.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a way to protect yourself and your loved ones from financial ruin in the event of unexpected events.
It's like an extra layer of protection
It is.
for those unforeseen circumstances that life throws our way.
Yeah, thinking about all these principles,
What?
especially this idea of guarding our treasures,
Yeah.
it makes me realize how much financial well-being is intertwined with peace of mind.
Oh, absolutely.
When we feel secure in our finances,
Right.
we're free to focus on other areas of our lives,
Uh-huh.
pursue our passions,
Yeah.
and contribute to our communities.
It's like having a solid foundation
Yes.
that allows us to build a more fulfilling life.
Precisely. And that brings us back to the seventh cure,
Okay.
increasing thy ability to earn.
Right.
This principle is about investing in ourselves,
Uh-huh.
continuously learning,
Yeah.
and developing our skills so that we can contribute more and
Right.
earn more.
It's like we're constantly upgrading our financial software,
Yes.
equipping ourselves with the knowledge and tools to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of personal finance.
And this journey of personal growth isn't just about financial gain.
Right.
It's about becoming the best versions of ourselves, both financially and personally.
Exactly. It's about creating a life that is both prosperous and fulfilling, aligned with our deepest values and aspirations. Speaking of aspirations, it's amazing how these ancient principles from the richest man in Babylon can guide us towards achieving our financial goals even in the 21st century.
Yeah, I agree.
It really emphasizes the idea that true wealth is a holistic concept encompassing not just money,
Right.
but also our skills, mindset,
Yeah.
and relationships.
Absolutely. It's about creating a life of abundance in all areas.
Right.
And that includes our finances,
Yeah.
our relationships,
Uh-huh.
our health,
Okay.
and our personal growth.
It sounds like The Richest Man in Babylon offers a timeless blueprint for building a life of prosperity and fulfillment.
It does.
One that goes beyond just accumulating wealth and focuses on creating a truly rich and meaningful existence.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Thanks.
It's a reminder that the principles for building wealth are universal and enduring,
Yeah.
and that by embracing these principles, we can create a future that is both financially secure and personally fulfilling.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon.
It's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
It really has.
Uncovering all this ancient wisdom.
Yeah, and seeing how much of it still applies to us today.
You know what keeps striking me?
What?
This emphasis on personal responsibility.
Oh, yeah. It's not about waiting for someone to hand you success.
Exactly. You have to take ownership.
Right. Make conscious choices.
Clason really drives home that point that our financial destiny is largely in our own hands.
So let's talk about what we can actually do.
Okay.
What are some practical steps to start implementing these principles in our everyday lives?
Well, we've talked about saving consistently.
Paying yourself first.
Right. The key is to make it automatic.
Make it a habit.
Yeah. Set up a system where a portion of your income is automatically transferred to your savings or investment account every month.
Out of sight, out of mind, right?
Exactly. If the money's already saved before you even see it,
Yeah.
you're less likely to miss it.
And then it can start growing through that compound interest.
Right. And even small amounts saved consistently can grow significantly over time.
Could you maybe explain compound interest a bit more?
Sure.
I think some people might not be totally clear on how it works.
So imagine you invest $100 and it earns 10% interest in a year.
Okay.
Now you have $110.
Right.
The next year you earn 10% interest on that $110.
Oh, I see.
Not just the original 100.
So it's like your money's earning interest on top of interest.
Exactly. It creates this snowball effect that accelerates your growth over time.
So even if we can only save a little bit each month,
Uh-huh.
it's still worth doing because of that compounding effect in the long run.
Absolutely. Consistency is key
Okay.
when it comes to saving and investing.
The book makes that point over and over.
Yeah. Building wealth, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Now, the book also talks about seeking wise counsel,
Right.
but there's so much financial advice out there.
Oh, there is.
It can be overwhelming.
It
Who
can.
do you even trust?
You have to be discerning.
Okay.
Look for advisors with a proven track record
Right.
and who align with your values and goals.
So do your research.
Yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions.
Right.
And make sure you understand their approach before entrusting them with your finances.
It's like finding a guide for your financial journey.
Exactly, someone who can help you navigate the complex landscape and avoid those potential pitfalls.
Now, speaking of navigating the financial landscape and finding good information,
Yeah.
I want to remind everyone about a fantastic resource,
Okay.
lingopediamagazine.com.
Oh, yeah, they have some great stuff.
They have courses and ebooks on all sorts of topics,
You do.
including personal finance and skill development.
Definitely check them out.
And of course, we always encourage you to subscribe,
Yes.
share, and like this podcast if you found this deep dive helpful.
We love sharing these insights.
We do.
And we hope they empower you on your journey to financial well-being.
You know, the richest man in Babylon remind us that these principles for building wealth, they're timeless and universal.
They are.
By embracing these principles and taking consistent action, we can all create a future filled with abundance and prosperity.
That's the key takeaway.
Thanks for joining us.